Being lazy is okay. Now hold up, let me explain. So I was at work, I was just kind of thinking to myself, we were going over numbers and talking about utilization and making sure that we are hitting the number that we're supposed to with being as busy as possible. And one of the questions that I raised was, hey, if we're being more efficient, but still making the right amount of money that we should be, isn't that a good thing? Because that means we can do more and more. And the guy made a comment about being lazy, like technicians are always lazy. And I sat and thought to myself, and I basically have come up with my opinion about laziness. In my opinion, being lazy is okay, but it's not that simple. Let me explain. In my opinion, you should be using your laziness as a catalyst for optimization. What does that mean? Well, if you have a tendency to be lazy, oftentimes that is you looking for an easier way to do things or avoiding certain types of work, right? It's in all of us. At the end of the day, we get lazier and lazier. At least most of us do. I know I do. When I start my day, I'm like, I'm ready. I'm gonna change the world. I'm gonna do all these crazy things. And by the end of the day, I'm lazy. I'm tired. I've gone to work for the day. I've come home. I don't wanna film a YouTube video, right? So how can I do it more lazy? Well, I am looking for ways to use my laziness to my advantage. One of the ways that I do that is I front load my day with the things that are the hardest thing to do. So I'm optimizing for the least lazy part of my day, and then at the end of the day, being lazy. Now I hear what you're saying. Well, you're not avoiding being lazy and you're not using laziness as a positive thing. You're just trying to do everything in the hours of the day when you aren't lazy. You're right, except there are other ways during the day that I use my laziness to my advantage. One of the ways is I find repeatable tasks that I do over and over and over again, and I figure out how I can do it more efficiently next time. One example of this actually is text completion when I'm writing an email. So one of the things that I found myself doing over and over and over again was at the end of my message when I was writing a ticket for the tech work that I was doing, I would say, let me know if you have any questions, or let me know if that makes sense, or verified with you that this was resolved. And so what I did is I found an application called AText that would make it so I could more quickly write an email out just like that. Here, I'll show you.
Okay, so what you need to do is you need to just Google AText. First result from Tran Kai Nam software, and they make a version for Windows and for Mac. Obviously, I'm on a Mac, so you just download that there. There is a free version that you can try it out to see if you like it. On Windows, there is just a free one in general, or you can buy a license, which is what I've done, and I highly recommend. But let's just load up AText here, and there's all kinds of different things that you can do it, but it comes with a bunch of these out of the box. This isn't just like the text completion, like on your phone when it recommends finishing your sentence. No, this actually has the ability to add variables and things like that. So if I open up my notepad here, a couple that I have for the end of like when I was writing a ticket or emails is thanks. So I filled out the information, and then I would end all of my emails with MNS, which would just be thanks. And then my title, or I could do like MMNS, and then it would say something different, like have a great day. Now, another thing I can do is I've made some of these where it's a variable. So like today's date, it will actually insert today's date. So if I go here and type today, it will put the date for me. Or if I want to say whatever day next Monday is, I can go Monday, and it will put the next Monday. So those are just things that save me a lot of time. One that has like a variable, I often will have to approve people's overtime for the week. You can actually search the database and set that to a hotkey too. If that's what I have it set to, it'll bring up this search box, and I can look for something. I usually email Heidi, and then I have this overtime approval thing here. I'll blur out people's names so you are anonymous, but I will just be like, this person had 5, this person had 2, this person had 3, this person had 0, 0, 0, 0. Enter, and then it just creates this for me, and I have it all done without having to recreate it all. And this saves me so much time, especially if you're writing this over and over and over and over again.
Another thing that I did that was specifically for work, may not be applicable to you, but this is something that I was doing, was my job. I'm supposed to manage my team's tickets and make sure that there's no mistakes in them and that they met all the criteria that they're supposed to. So one of the things that I did, because I am lazy and I want to do this more efficiently instead of tediously going through every single ticket, what I did was I created an automatic workflow that checks for all the things that I'm supposed to look for. So it makes sure that the ticket is labeled correctly. It makes sure that there's a resolution. And one of the things that I found myself doing is I could quickly look at that, but then if I found that something was missing, I would message the technician, hey, this ticket was missing this and this, can you go fix it? So what I decided is I made a checkbox that literally has all the different things that I probably will tell them about. It was 6 or 7 different things, and then there's a miscellaneous one just in case there's something else I don't know. And it automatically sends them an email saying, hey, you missed this thing and you need to go fix it. Right? So this has saved me hours every single day, right? And it's not just me, it saved my whole department because they could use this too, right? But that's just part of me being lazy. I want to do things more efficiently. The part that makes laziness bad and the reason why you should avoid being lazy altogether is because you can't just not do anything. That's the most important thing to remember here is being lazy is okay if you can use that to your advantage. Using your natural tendency to want to do less work to make it so that the work that you are currently doing that you should be doing and you should be doing that work, find a way to do it more easily. Find a way to do it more efficiently so you get hours back in your day and you can enjoy that time that you get back. And eventually at some point, hopefully, it's going to drive you to want to do something else to fill in that, right? And then you're going to want to be able to fill that time and make that more efficient. So I want to get rid of this idea that we just have to work as hard as possible. Use your laziness to your advantage, right? Make yourself more efficient and just make it so that the mundane tasks that you're not working yourself to death, right? So technicians, yes, we're lazy, but we're also looking for a way to do things more efficiently so we can progress things further. Hope you found something useful out of that video. That's how I use my laziness to my advantage because I am lazy from time to time, especially depending on the time of day. So use it to your advantage. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to comment ways that you could be lazy and use that to your advantage. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.